What's going on, guys? Criminal Justice here, and today we're going to be doing our very first, I wouldn't say a reaction video, but more like an educational video. Pretty much we're watching San Joaquin Valley Transparency, who, for those that don't know, is a First Amendment auditor. And I want to say that I want to start this video off by saying I don't always agree with what these guys do. There's a lot of these First Amendment auditors out here that go out and antagonize police just to get paid, just to get a lawsuit, just to find something on them. A lot of them will go out there and hold their cameras up just waiting for a cop to make a mistake or do something wrong. However, there's also a lot of First Amendment auditors out there that are out there just for strictly for the purpose of exercising their rights and educating the public on how this whole process works. So let's get into this, guys. We're going to switch the scenes over, and we are watching San Joaquin Valley Transparency, who I've been subscribed to for a long time. Love watching this guy. He's awesome. I was looking at the wrong camera. Sorry, guys. He's awesome, and he's always calm, always content. He's always very laid back. He's always very professional. So we're basically watching this video on this Karen, who I believe is the legal manager of this department, and this lady here is giving him a hard time. And I'll just let you guys watch the video. Let's check it out.
Okay. I could record public employees in the official course of their duties. You are not allowed to record public employees in the course of our official duties. I'm going to call the sheriffs to come here and remove you. Turn that off right now. I'm calling the sheriff. Turn it off right now.
Camera doesn't frighten. It's for my accountability and transparency.
I am not afraid of what you are coming here with your video, but my staff may be. And you have no right to come in here and threaten and harass my staff.
I never threatened or harassed anybody.
Okay.
So for those that don't know, when you're video and audio recording, as long as you're in a public space, like a public building, you know, a public sidewalk, public easement, you can legally video and audio record. And, you know, people around you may not feel comfortable with that, but there's no expectation to privacy while you're in public. So if someone's videoing and you don't like it, the best thing to do is not to get in the camera, because that's what they're looking for. When you get in the camera and you start making a big deal about it, they're going to video you even more. This is the kind of stuff they're looking for, the accountability and the right to exercise their First Amendment.
It's all been on video.
It sounds like you were.
No, it doesn't, because you were not here and you're defaming me. If you continue to defame me, I will file suit against you.
I'm not defaming you. You go ahead and file your lawsuit.
Another thing,
I'm not scared.
Inspector,
so
because
you're
it is
looking
open
for things that you could try to sue us for. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
No, that's your words, ma'am, not my words.
He's been taking video of our staff against our wishes and against our notice in violation of our rights.
Can you explain to her that I have the right to record in here?
When he comes into our offices and our clerks, he's got the right to video record. He could stand there and record us all day.
We have notices that we don't accept it. So please have him turn the video off.
No.
We have a legal basis.
Wait a minute, if I had him turn the video off, he could sue me too.
Now, see, that's a good cop right there. So he's coming in, he's acknowledging the fact that, you know, this guy has the right to record video and audio record in a public space. So, and like he said, if he tells them to turn the video off and they, you know, for whatever reason they detain him or arrest him, then, you know, he could sue them too. And that's the truth. He could actually sue them for that.
Acceptable, it's the law. Okay, I guess you know better than me.
I'm the legal director here.
Imagine that, how embarrassing.
Legal director, not manager. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it's not like we didn't do the work already.
All right, butter up your popcorn and strap in, folks, because today we're diving into the deep, dark abyss of public servant shenanigans. The kind that makes you question if you're watching a government office or a live reenactment of WWE SmackDown. Brought to you by our knight in shining armor, Audit Them. This channel is like if Batman decided to trade in his gadgets for a camera and started auditing public servants instead of fighting crime in Gotham City. So let's get this circus on the road. We've been handed the golden ticket, the full video, hot off the press, before it even made its way to the dusty shelves of YouTube. And let me tell you, this video is juicier than a Thanksgiving turkey soaked in gravy. In this corner of the internet, you'll witness the epic quest of a man armed with nothing but a camera and a thirst for transparency, navigating the treacherous waters of records requests. It's like watching Frodo trying to return the ring, but instead of orcs, we've got public service.
Take the mask off. Take the mask off. COVID was over a long time ago. I don't understand why folks are still wearing masks. I don't get it. They never really helped anyway. You know, it's a thin piece of paper on your face. There's ventilation on the top, on the sides. You can still get germs. You're going to be better off with or without the mask on. It doesn't matter, but wearing the mask does absolutely zero good.
Servants, putting up barriers faster than you can say, I pay your salary. Enter the ring, Christina Lynch, the supervillain of our story. She's got an attitude that could curdle milk and seems to think that recording in a public office is the equivalent of declaring war. She's throwing around accusations like a magician pulls rabbits out of a hat, calling our hero a jackass, and yelling like she's auditioning for the lead role in a soap opera. But wait, there's more. Christina, in a plot twist that shocked absolutely no one, is the supervisor. That's right, folks. The captain of the ship is steering us straight into the Bermuda Triangle. She even calls the cops, expecting them to swoop in like the cavalry, but plot twist, the cops arrive, and instead of siding with her, they put her in her place faster than you can say First Amendment rights. Meanwhile, the Freedom of Information officer is playing hard to get, refusing to hand over records like they're the last slice of pizza at a party. And the deputies, they're built like they've been chugging protein shakes and bench pressing cars in their spare time, ready to take on the cast of American Gladiators. And let's not forget the sergeant, trying to play peacemaker only to be met with the verbal hurricane from Christina. Watching her get schooled by Audit Them is like witnessing a mic drop moment that echoes through eternity. It's a blend of awkward, hilarious, and downright satisfying that makes you want to stand up and applaud from your living room. As for the guy who went to fetch Christina, he's quieter than a mime at this point, probably wishing he'd taken a sick day. It's a classic tale of shoot the messenger, except the messenger shot himself in the foot. So folks, if there's anything we've learned today, it's that public servants need a crash course in the Public's Right to Know 101. And for your viewing pleasure, dive into this video, let Audit Them know we sent you, and maybe, just like in those infomercials, you too can witness the magic of bureaucracy unravel before your very eyes. Let's roll the tape and get this party started.
So for those who don't know, he mentioned officers and he mentioned First Amendment. And a lot of them, what they're referring to is when a police officer becomes a police officer, they take an oath, and that oath is to uphold the law and to protect the Constitution of the people. That, you know, the officers are here to serve the public. You know, our tax dollars pays their salary, so they initially work for us. And sometimes, though, it seems quite the opposite. You know, when we get pulled over, and you know, you got cops that have power trips. I've gotten pulled over a few times in my life, and I've always had good encounters with police officers. I had this one cop who was kind of a jerk one time, but you know, I kind of returned the favor, was a jerk back, and he kind of toned it down. But what cops don't realize, if they approach you with respect, you're going to give respect, because respect is earned. You give it to get it. You know what I mean? So, but that's what he was referring to.
You are also a designated FOIA officer?
Videotape us. We have a no videotaping policy, so you may not do that.
See, here we
You
go.
have the right to. That's all I'm going to say.
If you do that, we will call the sheriff's office.
See, this is the interactions they look for. They look for these. They go out and exercise their First Amendment rights. And when people like this come to the camera and say, well, you can't record in here, knowing well that it's a public space, this is the kind of interactions they look for. This is what gives them content, right? So that's why they go out and do this. There's a couple reasons why they go out and do this. One is to get content of people who are not educated on law and the Constitution. And two, they go out and do this to educate the public on what you can and cannot do.
I won't allow you to violate my right.
Yeah, and he won't. Sam Joaquin won't. Oh, this is Audit Them. Sorry, this is Audit Them. My bad. So Sam Joaquin is playing a video from Audit Them. That's the video. He got this video from Audit Them.
It is.
That's who we're currently watching. My mistake,
yes, it
guys.
is, and there's my handwriting. Yep. She just threatened to call the sheriff because I'm recording for accountability and transparency.
Yeah, well, we have postings right here. You can't video.
There's no state statute. This says...
I'm not going to argue
Sure.
with you about
Okay, my man, I'm here for a couple reasons. I'm here to pick up my paperwork, and I'm also here for Section 9B, copies of all notices of denied Copies of all notices of denial shall be retained by each public body in a single central office file that is open to the public and indexed. I'd like to go see those right now.
And let me tell you something. This guy here, these guys, when they go out and they do these video and audio recordings, they don't go out there uneducated. They're out there because they're obviously educated on law and Constitution. You know, so when these guys are extremely educated on law and they know exactly what they're talking about. So you guys want to get educated on stuff like this is the best way to do it is watch these guys. They'll educate you on, you know, what you can and can't do, where you can and can't record. It's pretty amazing to hear the level of education these guys have, all because they decided to sit down and read some law books and study it for themselves.
Okay, you're going to have to place a separate request for this.
A little bit of reading goes a long way, guys.
For request?
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
I'm going to give you this back.
Okay. This is also what I'm here for too, my man, is section 4. Yep.
Okay. This is the 2022 FOIA log.
Okay. Does it have the description of the... No.
You can read through all the documents and...
It doesn't have what I'm looking for. It doesn't have the description.
Description of what?
Of the requests.
Have you looked through all of this?
Yeah.
Once you look through all of it, then it's done.
Okay.
Okay, because it's more than... You know, pages go past that.
Yeah.
This, I believe, was the... Yeah, this is the employment file for the assessment.
Okay. This is also what I'm here for today, sir. Section 4 requires records to be prominently displayed. Could you guide me to where these records are?
This is online.
No, it's required to be at the public body, prominently displayed.
Okay. If you want to talk to someone from legal, you can. Okay.
But you're the FOIA officer.
Right, I would get you documents. Past that,
Yeah.
legal's going to want to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Just sit tight and I'll get you.
Sure.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I heard you were looking for some FOIA information.
Yes, I am, ma'am. There's a bulletin on the wall right there. You see the yellow pages?
Okay.
That's where these records are supposed to be prominently displayed, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, it is, because it says each of public bodies shall prominently display it. Each of its administrative or regional office make available for inspection and copying and send through the mail all of these records.
I didn't see where that says that it's supposed to be specifically posted exactly where you think it should be posted.
Well,
Right.
it does say prominently displayed. It doesn't say specifically
okay.
at
Right.
that yellow wall.
Did you make a FOIA request?
I did submit a FOIA request.
Did you get the information that was responsive to your FOIA request?
Well, I'm here to file an additional one today. I got the ones
Okay.
that were responsive to my request at the beginning.
Sorry
What
about
was
that,
your
guys.
name again?
My name's Christina Lynch.
Okay. These records also at the bottom here say, ma'am, a public body that maintains a website shall also post this information on its website.
It's on our website.
Right, that's a second requirement, but it's supposed to be prominently displayed at the public body first.
Right.
Here's the deal. Here's what I do. I can check right now to see if you could guide me to where these records are prominently displayed. If they're not, I develop my own form where I go ahead and start setting stages of complaints that I don't see the FOIA officer.
We have all of this information on our website.
It's
okay?
required to be prominently
We
displayed
don't
at the public
post
body first.
Everything, look, everything is
Yeah.
posted here. If you have an issue, you can take it up with another party.
No.
We will post, we have information
guide
posted
me-
on our website.
Can you guide me to where these records are prominently displayed?
Which records?
It's right here. A brief description of itself, total amount of operating budget, the boards and commissions.
We have all of that information. If you want it, you can request it.
No, it's supposed to be prominently displayed, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't want to go back and forth. I'll mark off that it's not prominently displayed, and I'll forward those over to the Attorney General and to other agencies. But the thing, what I'm trying to do is have the FOIA officer do the right thing today, prominently display these records so all the members
This
of the public...
doesn't require us to prominently display the records.
Of course it does. It says the word,
requires
shall
us-
prominently
okay,
display.
I can read it. If you have an issue, you can take it up with whoever you want to take it up with.
That's what I'll
But
do.
we have all of our information on our website about what how you can make a FOIA request and what information is available. That is what we are required
Okay.
to display.
I'll put
We don't
on
have
the-
every single record that we maintain.
See, so these guys are always one step ahead, and that's the one thing you got to remember. If you're going to go out here and do this, you're going to video and audio record, and you're going to hold these folks accountable for the things that they do or don't do. Like he's talking about the things being prominently displayed, which they're not, and they're supposed to be. You need to go in there knowing what you're talking about, because they're always going to try to overdo you with something they say or something they come up with. I've known a lot of these officials, government officials, who will make up things along the way. I've seen it many times to try and get over you just to see if you're educated. So it's always important to go in these situations knowing that you're educated and knowing that you know exactly what you're talking about.
On display, nor are we
That's not
required
what
to
it's
prominently
required
display
every single
piece
record,
of
ma'am. It's required to prominently display these
Right.
11 records.
Right.
I have my
All
dedicated
of this
form.
stuff is on our website.
That's a second requirement.
And maybe it's not posted on that yellow board.
See, she's missing the point, because what he's trying to say is the things that he's talking about needs to be prominently displayed inside this public building on the wall. But she keeps going back to, well, it's displayed on a website. Well, that's not what the law says. It's supposed to be displayed on the wall.
I don't know. It might be posted in our taxpayer services. I don't even really recall off the top of my
It's not,
head where
ma'am.
it
I
is.
did walk in there and look
Okay,
for
well
it.
then maybe we need to fix that.
Yeah, sure.
And in the
That
meantime,
is a
if you
possibility.
get the information that you need and you're just and that's
And
what
I'm
you
filing an
want,
additional. If I could have another
that's
FOIA
fine.
request, I'll file an additional
I also
FOIA
understood
request.
that you were taking video, and that is explicitly not okay in our office.
Of course
and
it
we
is.
have
It's
signs
the
that are
American
posted.
right. Yep.
No, it's not. It's not in our office, and if you have an issue with that and you continue to come back here and take video of my staff and frighten them, I'm going to call the sheriffs to come here and remove you. We have postings and we have legal basis for it.
So one thing that they don't get either is that just because your video is making somebody feel uncomfortable, it doesn't trump your rights. If they're in public, like I said, there's no expectation of privacy in public. If you're in public and you're videoing and people are feeling uncomfortable with it, then they have the option to leave. They don't have to be there. And that's just the First Amendment right. That's just the way it goes, freedom of the press.
Camera
So,
doesn't frighten. It's for my
I
accountability
am
and
not
transparency.
afraid of what you are coming here with your video, but my staff may be. And you have no right to come in here and threaten and harass my staff.
I never threatened or harassed anybody.
Okay,
It's all been
well,
on
it
video.
sounds like you were.
No, it doesn't, because
So,
you were not
do
here
you
in
have
your
an
de-
issue?
I think what people fail to realize is that, and I don't know why government officials get freaked out by personal video cameras, because literally everywhere you go now, there's video cameras somewhere, whether it's inside the buildings, whether it's among the outside of buildings throughout cities and stuff. There's video cameras literally everywhere these days. So I don't know why government officials get so freaked out and they start to use these intimidation tactics against, citizens when they pull out their own personal video camera and start videoing them. They're just there for accountability. That's it. So if you're not doing nothing wrong, the camera should be the last thing on your mind. Y'all get what I'm saying?
defaming me. If you continue
Make
to
your
defame me, I will file suit
I'm
against
not
you.
defaming you. You go ahead and file
Also,
your
another
lawsuit.
thing.
I'm not scared.
Okay, I'm not expecting you folks to be scared.
Okay.
Camera's not supposed to scare you unless you're doing something wrong.
Well, that's not up
See?
to you to decide who it scares, is it?
Okay, it's my right. I won't
not
have
your
you
right
trample on
to-
my right. It is.
Okay.
I could record public employees in the
You
official
are
course
not
of their
allowed
duties.
to record public employees in the course of our official duties.
Yes, he is.
Section 9B also specifies copies of all notices of denials shall be retained by each public body in a single central office file that is open to the public and indexed according to the type of exemptions. I need to go into that office and see these.
That book is right over there.
Sure,
You have
let's
that
walk
book
over
here.
there.
That's what you really want to look for.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
That's one of the
Is
things
it
as
really
well.
what you're looking for? Or is that you're just trying to find things that we don't have?
No, well, that's an additional thing that I am looking to inspect
So
because
you're
it is
looking
open
for things
for
that you could try to sue us for. Oh, let's go. Let's go.
No,
I'll show you.
that's your words, ma'am, not my
Okay.
words.
Yeah, she's definitely a Karen,
She
man.
just called me a jackass. So you just
See, when they're in the course of their duties and they're doing their job, they're supposed to. The thing is, they're supposed to remain professional at all times. They're not supposed to say things like that, like he said that she called him that. She's not supposed to be doing that. Really, in all honesty, if you were at working, say, like at McDonald's, and a customer comes in, or you're working at Hardee's or whatever it may be, and you call that customer a derogatory name, you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your job. But government officials tend to not lose their jobs much because they're just protected by one government. They're all in one, right?
defame me again. You called me a jackass.
And he could sue her for defamation for saying those
No, ma'am,
things
this
and
is
accusing
not
him of
it.
trying to get a lawsuit. He could sue her for defamation.
Those are the books of the exemptions exemptions. That's exactly what you're
No,
referring to.
those are exempt pins.
Yeah, those are exempt
No,
pins.
this is referring to exempt FOIAs. Exempt FOIAs, ma'am.
Exempt FOIAs. What are you talking about?
I'll show you the statute.
I know the statute, but
No, you
you're not
don't.
making any sense.
Of course I am.
Oh, of course you are, because you think you are.
1 second, ma'am. Here it is.
Let's see.
You're very rude and hostile, ma'am. I'll take
Well,
my
so
paperwork
are
back.
you.
I have it underlined.
I will meet your energy.
He's not been rude one time. Like I tell you guys, he's been professional. This guy from Audit Them, I don't think I've heard of him, this particular guy, but whoever he is, he's remained professional the entire time. He's been polite. He's been cordial. You know, he's been cooperative. He's just simply there trying to hold them accountable for the things that they're obviously not doing. And she's been rude pretty much from the get-go. You know, they don't get it. Like, government officials don't get it. You're supposed to remain professional at all times when you're in the course of your job. You have to remain professional. You know, when you're getting in these people's cameras and you're saying, well, you can't record here. It's a public building, but you can't record here. We have policies against it. Your policies don't override the Constitution. So policy overrides rules, laws override policy, and the Constitution overrides everything. That's why our founding fathers wrote this Constitution for us, so that we could protect ourselves. The main reason the Constitution was written was so that we could stand up against a tyrannical government. That's exactly what they're doing. They're holding these government officials accountable, which I think is a good thing in America right now.
If you come in here and do that to my staff. Turn that off right now. I'm calling the sheriff.
See?
Turn it off right now.
I'm able to record.
Or I'm not speaking to you anymore until you turn that off.
No, I'm not going to let you violate my right. I'm calm.
We have
and
notices
collective.
that are posted.
Yeah, see?
We
There's
are
no statute.
allowed to turn people away for posting videos.
I asked for your superior now.
I am the superior.
You have a superior as well.
I have one superior. You need to take your video and you need to leave now, or I'm calling the sheriff, and that's about as simple
They'll
as that.
inform you I have the right to record in here.
You do not have the right to record
Oh,
in
yes,
here.
I do.
No, you don't. Can we please call the sheriff? Do you know how we can do that right away and have him removed? Thank you very much.
And you will be held accountable for
Yeah.
trying to violate my right.
Yeah.
Legal rights too, and they do not include allowing you to come here and take
Guys,
video
this
of
is
our
the
staff.
representatives of Cook County.
All right, let's flip the script on this. You're clocking into Uncle Sam's playpen, swapping out your freedom chips for some shiny government-issued privileges. Now, there's this scene where Christina's kicking up a fuss about being filmed. But here's the kicker. Opting out ain't on the menu. Not for us common folk in the DMV or post office. And definitely not for her. If she's really itching to dodge the camera's loving gaze, maybe it's time to peel off that name tag and dive into the wild west of the private sector. Seems like she's in for a bit of a rough education on this matter. Perhaps it's time she had a little chat with the higher ups, maybe suggest a bit of a refresher course on how to smile for the camera 101. Sounds like someone skipped that day in employee orientation.
Unlawful directives threatening my life right now.
So see where they posted her, I think it was her phone number. They posted her phone number and her email address. So anything they do within the course of their job is public knowledge. So like her phone number, where she works at, you know, her work email, not her personal phone number, not her personal email, but her work information. All of that is public knowledge. It's supposed to be anyway.
For the additional FOIA form, sir. FOIA officer, you see how she responded when I'm simply exercising my right? She lied about me.
See, he don't want to have anything to do with it.
Okay, thing about what you provided, those FOIA requests does not have a description of the actual requester's request. Should I submit those words for my additional request that I'm actually want copies of the request?
Copies of the request.
Yeah.
What is it in there?
Because check it out, my man. Here there's no, it just says if you release the info to the party, but it does not have their the description of what the request is.
All right, here comes the cavalry. Here they come.
Okay, we'll put that in.
And that's something else they look for too, as far as accountability goes. When they have one person getting the camera, like in this situation, they had that lady that got in the camera and she's telling you can't record here. You need to shut that off or I'm gonna call the sheriff. when that happens, they look around them for the other people to see if they're going to go along with her or if they're going to protect his First Amendment right. So that's a kind of the other stuff they look for as well.
And my additional request. Okay. So you want me to fill that out? Because this one, do you have them ready, available for inspection already? No? Okay. All right. So I'll do my secondary request then. All right.
Someone call?
Yes, he's been taking video of our staff against our wishes and against our notice. In violation of our rights.
Can you explain to her that I have the right to record in here?
I don't know what you, I know when he comes into our offices and our clerks, he's got the right to video record. He could stand there and record us all
We have
day.
notices that we don't accept it, so.
Proprietary information.
There's no.
It doesn't matter if you accept it or not or what your policy says. The Constitution says we have the right to go and record in public buildings. Anywhere public, if you're standing on a public sidewalk, just say if you're on a public sidewalk, but you're filming a government property, you have the right to film that government property as long as you're on a public sidewalk or somewhere public. Anything within eyesight from a public easement or public sidewalk or public area, you can video record whether it's private property or not.
Statutes on that. I have the right. I'm pressing charges.
As long as you're in public.
She just committed breach of peace. She called the police over here. I'm pressing charges against this employee. Give me a few.
You don't have to tell me what.
Give me a few minutes. Let me finish filing my FOIA request. My man, on your body cam, I simply asked her to guide me to these records where I have a right to see them. She was confused. She told me she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She started shuffling and throwing my papers around, telling me I don't have the right to record in our tax assessor's office. In a FOIA, especially accountability and transparency. She threatened me with police. She's very nasty and hostile. I like to press charges for breach
You
of
can't do
peace.
anything you want to do over there. Let's just try to get this and out.
Right. Here's what I'm here for, my man. Check it out. I'm pressing charges on this, whoever that is. This is what I'm here for.
That's fine.
Yeah. That's all. As long as you convey to the young lady, you honor your oath that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statute on that sign.
No, there is case law on it that protects us. Turn
No,
off the
there's
video.
the United States Constitution.
Please have
Right.
turn the video off.
No.
We have a legal basis.
Wait a minute. If I
for
had him turn the
rejecting
video off, he
this.
could sue me too. Because I can't make him do it over there
See?
at the Daily Center.
All right, so here's the situation in a universe where common sense took a holiday. Imagine living in a house where the floor is made entirely of eggshells. I sure would hate to be one of her kids or her husband. Probably need a pair of titanium boots just to get to the fridge without causing a domestic meltdown. Christina dials up the boys in blue, probably thinking they're going to roll out the red carpet for her. But instead, the officer hits her with the "Oh, you're not throwing me under the bus."
So let me make that clear. That's Sam Joaquin talking there. The video itself came from Audit Them. So
And Christina's world just crumbles. It's like she expected a standing ovation but got booed off the stage. Now, in an ironic turn of events, her feelings are getting handcuffed, and we're not just talking a slap on the wrist. We're talking maximum security. Throw away the key. Her tears are now cellmates with her ego. It's a blockbuster drama unfolding in real time, folks.
Unless he films inside a courtroom. In a courtroom.
the way he says things
Look
is
at
funny.
these
He's
people
got the
here.
right to
Law
videotape.
indicate that if it's sensitive information, so social security information.
But he's
then
right
he
at
has the
your
right
counter.
to
He's
limit
not behind
recording.
there. If he was
So we have
behind
a
there, filming
policy.
behind there, I would do something.
My man.
He is right here.
My man, that's what I like. You're honoring your oath today.
No, I just know what
Against
right
these-
what the
these
law
people.
is.
Right, that is the law.
And I don't want to violate your law, and then
I
I'm going to get
appreciate
sued.
that. I
I'll be in
appreciate
federal
that.
court.
I'm a professional.
Smart
I'm always
officer.
calm. She defamed me. She lied about me. I'm pressing charges for
I
a
know
breach
it.
of peace.
I don't
And
want
he
any
will
law, but
too.
Just try to get this done.
He might just have her job.
Provided what needs
No, I have additional records that you're failing to view. Instead, you're trying to intimidate me with sheriffs. She did not look at what it is.
intimidating. We just
Yeah. Okay.
See what I said a while ago, guys? Intimidation tactics is what they use to try to get over on you. They'll try to intimidate you to get you to back down and cower away. That's why when you go in these situations, you have to be educated on what you're doing. You have to know everything you're talking about because they're always going to try to overpower you with intimidation. You've always got to be one step ahead.
Here's the FOIA officer, sir. These records are what I need to see as of right now.
You can
Copies.
put that in written request and we'll respond to it in time.
It doesn't require a request, though.
You
That
need
does
to put
not-
it in a request for us.
I'll put it in a request. All right. So here's section 4 does not require a request. Each public body shall prominently display at each of its administrative or regional offices, make available for inspection and copy, and send through the mail each of the following: a brief description of itself. We are the tax assessors of Cook County.
I believe that's on the website.
No, it's required to be at the public body as well. So since it does say make available, I'll wait here momentarily while you make those available.
It's not going to happen.
It's not,
We're
all
not
right.
gonna be able to do that today. We can do it if there's something.
That means it's a refusal. I'll go ahead and file my FOIA here. Give me a few minutes and I'll be all set. I'll mark off that you guys don't have these records prominently displayed. You guys are, folks are also refusing to make them available as well.
You can write whatever
You guys
want.
just understood now that members of the public do have a right to record in here. There's no statutes on that. You could put up a sign up there and say anything.
Let's move this along.
All right.
So what he's saying is they can put up a sign saying anything, saying you can't record here. For example, just for an example, you can't walk in here, you can't talk in here, you can't sit down. You're not allowed to talk to us. They can say anything they want, but when it comes down to it, your Constitution tells you what you can and cannot do. And that's the point he's making. And he'll probably not put in a lawsuit against these folks. Or at least against her anyway. She's not happy. She's not a happy camper at all right now. When government officials don't get their way, when they don't get their way, and you hurt their pride, it's OV. It's over from there. It's over.
Put this employee's name so I could properly submit my FOIA request. I'm verbally telling you that I'm requesting her personnel file, signed and dated oath of office, and any records having her bar association number on it.
We'll put that down right
You
here.
can put that in your
What is
record.
your
My
name?
name's-
See what I just said a while ago, guys. Anything they do in the workplace as far as their employment goes, their phone numbers, their emails, their salaries, all that good stuff, it's all public knowledge. It's all public knowledge.
Christina Lynch.
Christina Lynch.
Mhm.
Okay. So now I need an additional form for that one, because I'll put it in a separate page.
Okay,
Yeah, if I could have another additional one.
sure. Let's work on that one.
Alrighty. These employees here are belligerent, combative, defamatory statements. They just lost my public trust, Christina Lynch.
Okay. All right, that's all I'm making sure.
You know, maybe over 100,000 people are going to see your conduct.
See, that's what they don't realize when these guys come in here who do these First Amendment audits. More than likely, they've already got a killer following. They've already got a lot of people following him. That's why he mentioned, you know, there's going to be 100,000 people that's going to see your conduct and the way that you're acting. And they don't think about that before they speak or before they take action on things. They don't think about the fact that I think they lose sight of that these guys are YouTubers just like we are. They're YouTubers. And they're going out there to get content. And when you act in this manner right here and you're acting unprofessional, and especially when you're trying to, you know, infringe upon their Constitution, they don't take that lightly. And, man, I tell you, Joaquin is one of the best out here. And I'm now seeing the Audit Them. He's one of the greats, too. Also, I think it's James Freeman. He's also a great First Amendment auditor. And we're going to cover a video on him as well that's pretty funny. James Freeman is one of my all-time favorites, man. Him and Joaquin are the two guys I first started watching when I first got into this stuff. It was Joaquin and James Freeman. Two of the greatest First Amendment auditors out there, man.
Let's
They're
take a
great.
wild ride into the educational Thunderdome. Auditors are putting their cameras in the face of bureaucracy to sniff out where the cash is bleeding out. Auditors are not just out there for kicks. We're practically holding impromptu TED Talks for cops and government staff on the sacred rights of recording in public spaces. Look at this cop sweating bullets because he knows if he even dreams of tossing someone out for filming, he's basically RSVPing to a lawsuit party. And why
Right.
do these videos spread like wildfire across the internet? Oh, it's because there's nothing more satisfying than seeing someone who usually hands out the bureaucratic nightmares getting a slice of humble pie. We're talking about the big wigs with egos bigger than their offices. strutting around with that I am the law attitude, using the police as their personal bouncers to keep the pesky peasants at bay. It's high
Right.
time the tables turned. People are grabbing the reins, showing that they're not just spectators in this circus of power, they're the ringmasters, ready to shine a spotlight on the performance of the decade.
And he's absolutely right, man. You know, cops have been getting, you know, now let me say this. Not all cops out there are tyrants. Not all cops out there are bad cops. We have a lot of good police officers in this world who do truly serve and protect, uphold the law, and protect the Constitution of the people. There's a lot of good cops out there like that. But we also have a lot of bad apples in the tree. And no matter where you go, whether it's a police department, whether it's a restaurant, wherever you go, you're going to have bad apples. You're just always going to. And I respect these guys a lot for you know, going out there, not only educating us on this stuff, but having the courage, you know, to step up out there, because going against the government and going against the police is not an easy job. And for those who think this is an easy job, there is nothing easy about it. You have to go in there with balls of steel. You have to go in there with a lot of courage. And most of all, you have to go in educated, knowing exactly what you're talking about at all times. And like I said, you've always got to be one step ahead of these folks. Hey, he's probably telling her right now, there's nothing I can do. He's saying, you know, he's probably saying they're going to sue me if I throw him out, which technically that would be a violation of his First Amendment. So technically they could sue them.
But he's not doing that. He's not going behind the counter. He's right there.
And she's saying that we have the right to sue. They don't.
Federal law doesn't.
If she sued him and said, I'm suing him for videoing in a place where there's a policy that we have posted saying no video and audio recorded allowed, the judge is going to laugh at her. The judge is going to laugh at her because by now, these First Amendment auditors are so plentiful. They've been out for years now. They've been doing this for a long time. And the thing is that cops have been getting away. Well, my point was a while ago, there's a lot of bad cops that has been getting away with you know, using their power as leverage to try and intimidate citizens and placing people under false arrest and false detentions, and that goes along with filing false police reports. So that's what these guys are out here doing. They're just trying to protect the citizens from, you know, tyrannical behavior is what they're doing. But if she tried to sue them for video and audio recorded in a public spot, the judge is going to laugh at her.
Thank you, Sheriff, for honoring your oath today. God bless you. Against these tyrants.
He could stand there right at the deity center and film me all day, as long as he's not filming any of these things. No, it's not acceptable to me. It's the law. Okay, I guess you know better than me.
I'm the legal director here.
Imagine that, how embarrassing.
Because I think you're 100% off.
I mean, it's not like we didn't do the work already and do the legal analysis that supports our policies. You know, we don't just issue policies.
Imagine you violating the American Constitution on the American people while you're a mere servant of the people. You're a public employee.
I'm a public employee, and I take my job seriously, and I don't appreciate that you saying this kind of stuff to me.
Sure, I don't know why they want to trample on my right. I'm a taxpayer. I have the right to inquire.
We are here to respond to your FOIA requests, and we have responded to them so
You have
far.
not.
If you have anything new,
You threw
we
this
can get
page
them
and
to
you disregarded the actual law.
I'm not disregarding anything, and if there's anything that we need to remedy, we will remedy it.
Now she's trying to play nice because she knows she's been put in her place. The sheriff has now come in and told her he can audio and video record here as long as he's out here in the public lobby and he does not step behind the counters. Now, if he stepped behind the counters, then that would be breaking the law. He can't be back there where the employees are. That's for employees only. As long as he's in the public lobby, he has the God-given constitutional right to video and audio record. But now she's trying to play nice because she knows she's been put in her place, and now she wants to cooperate with him, which is what she should have done to begin with.
Never said that we wouldn't.
Yes,
I'm
you
ready
did.
for the second form, sir. Christina Lynch.
Yes, that's my name. And my title
Okay.
is Director of Legal.
I'll tell you what I'll do, my man, right now. I'm gonna hold off on the complaint on the employee as of right now. I forgot to get that lady's name, if you could tell me.
She's a deputy of legal, Tasha Gibbons.
Tasha Gibbons, thank you. What I'm gonna do, my man, is I'm filing a request to inspect the records that should already be prominently displayed. And I'm also putting in a request for section 9B, 5 ILCS 149B.
See, this guy knows his stuff, man.
Central office. So here's what it says. Copies of all notices of denials shall be retained by each public body in a single central office file that is open to the public and indexed according to exemptions. When I explain that, yeah, FOIA denials. FOIA denials, yeah. FOIA denials.
Produce that.
Right. Well, it's supposed to be open right now, and you threw me at the.
I thought you were referring to exempt property.
That's because you were jumping up and down, and you didn't give me a chance to listen to what I'm here for.
Okay.
But since the central office is open to the public, is it open right now? The law says it is.
Produced right now. Nothing's
Okay.
going to be produced today.
Right,
Your
and then
request-
under FOIA, under that same, under all of those sections, we still do have a time, there is a time limitation within
No,
which we have a
that
right
is
to
also
decide.
incorrect, but I'll take your word for it and I'll put it in
And if
writing.
there's anything that's prominently, that should be prominently displayed that isn't, then we will have to remedy that and follow what the statute
Well,
says.
imagine that, me bringing you folks up to code. You're going to follow the law, and then you try to trample on my right while I'm trying to build allies with the staff here.
What you're saying is in fact correct, because I have to actually read all of it. I don't know it off the top of my head, and you're coming to me with that. I'll take a look at it, and we'll respond to your request.
This is it right here.
I don't have time to do it right now.
Well, you're dismissed then. Have a good day.
Hmm.
Imagine her trampling on my right and violating the law.
I love it when they say you're dismissed because technically, you know, they work for the people. They work for us. So when he tells them they're dismissed, technically they're supposed to walk away and forget about it and just leave the situation alone. But
Okay, also,
this is hilarious. This is awesome.
section 5 ILCS 140/9B. So the third request would be also the responses and determinations for the Freedom of Information Act request, because you did provide me this today, 15 minutes ago. So I came here for official business. I picked this up today.
Look at all that
But it
paperwork.
does not have, like as you've seen, it does not have the requester's detail, the description of the requests. So
And he's obviously read through all those papers. Imagine that. Look at all that paperwork that are sitting there, guys. He's obviously read through all that because this guy knows exactly what he's talking about.
rewrite it, yep. So that was 22 FOIA,
Like I said, guys, a little bit of reading goes a long way.
22 with request descriptions. Do you have a business card on you, Mrs. Christina?
Not on me, but I can get one for
I
you.
have one. Sure, thank you.
Sure.
Description. My handwriting's like a doctor. Hopefully you'll be able to. So I put in 3 requests. 5 ILCS 140/4, the records that shall be prominently displayed. I'd like copies of those. Hopefully when I do come back within the 30 days, I'll give you guys an extension. Those records are prominently displayed according to the law. And then all the 100,000s of inhabitants that walk through the door are going to see those items because of my great work. Another thing that could be construed is the FOIA officer is getting paid here not to do 100% of his job, because if he or she, whoever the FOIA officer is, was doing their job, they will have these records prominently displayed, but instead they're taking money from taxpayers, not complying with 100% of the law.
Right.
Coming here to bring this to you folks' attention in front of the deputy sheriff that were called on me unlawfully. Here's the code, section 144 of the Freedom of Information Act. Thank you. So if I could have a copy of this, and I'll be all set today, and I'll be back in the near future.
So he's coming back. He wants.
So this
So he's going to come back to make sure that they've got these things prominently displayed where they're supposed to be at. That's why he's here.
is the employee right here Christina Lynch, who calls this escalation. I mean, what was her intent? Imagine her intent to have the police physically remove me. That's what she said. She wants a free American physically removed from exercising his right to record for matters of accountability and transparency in the actual Freedom of Information section, which is the superior duty of FOIA is accountability and transparency. So this Esquire right here wants the police to beat me up and arrest me simply for being able to exercise my right. And then she told lies about me on the camera saying I said this and that about the staff, which is not true. She had a dispute with a deputy sheriff about if members of the public have the right to record in here. The deputy sheriff is a man of his word. He informed her that he does. This employee here, it's like if they don't want cameras, it makes me believe, in my opinion, they have something that they are ashamed of.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. Everything's been specified on camera.
So he's not technically saying they have something to hide. He's just saying that's how it makes him feel when he walks into a public building or he's filming, police officers in their course of their duty. If the cameras are a distraction to them and they're first, if they're on, like if a cop's on a traffic stop and he's not conducting the traffic stop, but instead he's approaching the guy with the camera, then they have something to hide is what he's saying. He's not saying they necessarily do, but that's what it seems like.
Our public employees, we have the right to speak about them fully and freely to make informed decisions. Then that thug is always walking back and forth, whatever. But anyhow, this is
this guy is so blunt.
For now.
This guy is so blunt. I love it.
We have time to respond and we will.
Ma'am, imagine you trampling on the American people's right.
No, I'm not.
Shame
I'm trying
on
to make
you.
sure that our office does as it should. Okay, so we have certain policies and we handle freedom of information requests. We also receive exemption applications that include sensitive information. And so we try to protect that so that no other homeowner who has submitted some sensitive information that's not exposed to the public. We're being thoughtful of the public as well as running an operation with diplomacy. So we appreciate your time, your submission. We're giving the documents we have. Any additional requests will be fulfilled within the 5 days as required by law, unless we request an extension.
And your name and title was?
Yeah, but the thing is that she's talking about we're trying to protect sensitive information. But if that sensitive information is within a public building, then it's public knowledge. It doesn't matter if you've got the papers, if the sensitive information is in a filing cabinet, say like behind the counter, no, he cannot access that. But if they have sensitive information laid out, say like on a counter, and he happens to walk in while they're doing that, and he gets it on video camera, then that's what they're saying is that's their fault for having that sensitive information out there. If you've got sensitive information on a public counter, like right there, and he walks up and he can see that from a public area or public space, then it's public knowledge.
My name is Ms. Gibbons, and it's nice to speak to you today, and I wish you all the best. I'm glad that we provided what we have for you. That's what we do. We provide
Here's-
records as requested.
Responsive, we'll produce.
Here's the good thing.
We will.
Here's the good thing. You are now informed members of the public do have a right to record in here and hold you accountable.
There's some case law that talks about when there's sensitive information available that we do have the right
See,
to
she's going back to that.
recording. And so that's why we've done that, because we don't want to expose taxpayers' sensitive information.
First of all,
to
I would
anyone else.
ask you to
So there can be
provide
public
that
areas-
policy, provide that case law so it could be disputed, because that does not stand. Whatever you're referring to is
I am an
unsure.
attorney
See?
and assessor, not
Yeah.
for you, sir, but we did our research and we have information to support that. So if you're out by the elevators, that's common area. When you're back here, there's some sensitive documents that we attempt to protect.
I will continue to do
And
my
so if
business
it
while
were your
filming. Thank you.
sensitive information, we would protect that too.
Okay.
You have a good day.
Likewise, have a great day. Alrighty, put my stuff back on in order. The sheriff's office was on the 7th floor.
Yeah.
All right. Got to go speak to them as well. They have to have these records prominently displayed as well. Imagine the people, it's a lovely thing to be able to hold our government employees accountable, which is the people's right. And how these employees take that extra step to make themselves look the way they did on film while claiming to be a Esquire, what I would say they're an interloper.
See, I like the First Amendment auditors who stay calm and collective like this. They don't get hostile. They don't get unprofessional. They don't get angry or mad. They don't start yelling. They stay calm and collective the whole time. And in the meantime they're doing this, they're just doing their job. This is their job, just like any other job in America. This is what these guys do for a living. They go out and they hold government people, government officials, or public servants accountable for their actions. And that's all they're out here doing. They're not trying to cause trouble. Like I said, there's some auditors out there who will purposely go out there and film police trying to get some kind of reaction so that they can sue the police department and get paid. But not all these auditors out here are like that. Some of these First Amendment auditors are legit, and they're out there just trying to educate the public on what they know.
So, Mr. Michael Beaver, I do have my own checklist here that I generated. I check off if I do see these these records prominently displayed with each public body, all public bodies really, not just this one, all public, but the city of Deerfield, the city of Schaumburg, state agencies, whatever, all public bodies that are subject. A lot of FOIA officers gave me their word that when I return, they will have the stuff prominently displayed. We never have to escalate for things like this to call the police. I'm just trying to have you guys do the right thing. You are FOIA officers, you're getting paid 100% for your job, but you're not fulfilling FOIA. So hopefully you do in the near future, and because of my attention, you're becoming compliant. Shame on the staff for calling the police, but we'll do follow-up complaints and paperwork on that behalf. Other than that, please try your best to honor the public trust. You folks work for the great people of Cook County. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
She is not happy. She has just been humbled.
You can go on.
After you, Mel.
Go ahead, sir.
After you.
Sir, go ahead, please.
I'll wait for you. Don't matter.
Sir, go ahead.
I'll go after you, ma'am. Thank you.
So there's a reason why they don't walk behind police. A lot of these auditors, that's why he kept telling her to go ahead, because they don't want to walk. They don't want the police walking behind them, because they don't have cameras, in the rear and the front. They got one in the front. So that cop was to try and do something, illegal or against his rights, then he wouldn't have a camera behind him to film it. So that's why he has the police officers walk in front of him.
Ms. Crawford, what was your star number?
10909.
Thank you. Man, I really do appreciate you, Sheriff. God bless you, Deputy. You see, I'm in here trying to have them prominently display these records that they have to by the law. And I'm also inquiring about my texts and all that stuff, but my camera is always on.
Oh, I know.
And one of these days I sensed that you would say, hey man, you know what, that young man was in the right. He was calm every time I see him.
I just didn't want her to
She's,
didn't have to go.
I appreciate you.
Right.
You handled that like according to the law. You did handle that according to the law.
Oh, I can't borrow your personal.
Of course, of course. And young lady, I do appreciate you too. You always see me here. I'm always filming.
That's all I'm trying to explain to her, but she's telling me I'm wrong. So
No, she's wrong. And the people in the video, they're gonna love you and respect you.
And the cop's body cam is on too, so it's a good thing that he documented everything. Because a lot of times, sometimes when these cops are inside the buildings, like the government building stuff, there's no need for them to have their body cam on, but when something like this occurs, then they'll turn their body cams on to document what's going on, and I'm glad he had his body cam on.
Yeah. Guys, I gotta go to another couple agencies. They might call you folks. But I ain't causing no issues.
well, I know they might be wrong, but just try to keep it mellow.
I am always mellow.
I know you are, but
They are
they
not.
were getting upset.
Yeah.
Mr. Flores, what was your star?
1064.
1064, because I'm gonna request that body cam.
So I think he's saying his badge number is what he's talking about when he says his star.
Sheriff?
No.
Oh, all right, guys. Thank you.
All right, everyone, let's draw this conclusion to a close. We've delved deep today, courtesy of Audit Them, a channel that's hard-hitting in the realm of First Amendment auditing, shining a light on the nuances and, at times, the obstructions faced when exercising one's rights.
So if you guys are interested in stuff like this, you can go check out Sam Joaquin transparency, and you can check out Audit Them. I'm going to check this guy out too because this is the first I've heard of Audit Them. But I've been watching Sam Joaquin and James Freeman for a long time, and a couple other guys. I can't remember their names, but I watch a lot of these videos, and it's really good to educate the public on stuff like this.
To access public records. In the piece we've unpacked together, the spotlight is cast.
Look, he displayed her work number and her
records. A fundamental exercise of transparency and accountability. It's a vivid portrayal of the struggle between the individual's rights to information and the bureaucratic machinery's propensity to obfuscate and deny such records. The narrative takes a dynamic turn with the entrance of Christina Lynch, embodying the very resistance to this transparency. Her reaction to being recorded, her baseless accusations aimed at constructing a narrative of litigation against the videographer.
Right.
And her disparaging remarks are not just personal failures, but a reflection of a broader systemic issue. Christina, who is in a position of authority, escalates a situation by involving law enforcement, an action that spectacularly backfires. The officer's intervention, rather than siding with the obstructive tactics, serves to underscore the rights of the individual seeking information. This video encapsulates a profound teaching moment, not just about the specific rights at play, but about the ethos of responsibility that public servants owe to those they serve. It's a stark reminder of the importance of being well informed about one's rights and the legal frameworks that govern our interactions with public institutions. The audacity and resilience displayed by the auditor, armed with nothing but a camera and an unwavering commitment to transparency after a masterclass in civic engagement, the ensuing chaos, the verbal altercations, and the ultimate vindication of the auditor's rights underscore a critical lesson: knowledge is power. The silence and inaction of the staff, particularly the individual whose initial refusal to fulfill his duties ignited this entire episode, speaks volumes. It's a sobering reflection on the necessity of educating public servants about the rights of citizenry and the paramount importance of transparency and accountability. As we conclude, I urge you guys to go support Audit Them, dive into their channel, explore their work, and join them in this pivotal endeavor to ensure transparency, accountability, and the unyielding pursuit of truth in our public institutions. Remember, it's through such rigorous scrutiny and informed engagement that we can aspire to a more transparent, just, and accountable society. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
All right, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. These videos are just simply going to be to educate the public, to educate all of you out there, to educate myself. I think it's important for people to know the law. I think it's important for people to know their constitutional rights. I just think it's very important. So if you do get pulled over by the police, unlawfully, or you're unlawfully detained, then you know what to do. You know what to say to protect yourself, and most importantly, to protect your rights. Guys and girls, that's going to do it. Love y'all so much. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And everyone, God bless you all. Have an amazing day. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.